Today's edition is one you do not want to miss. Let me ask you, have you ever wondered if that amazing deal you found online was just a little too amazing? Or maybe you sent a deposit and now you're not hearing back and you're starting to get a little nervous. Or maybe you're in the early stages of planning and thinking, how do I know who I can actually trust? Well, today's topic is all about safeguarding your wedding from scams. We're going to walk you through the latest tactics scammers are using, the red flags to watch for, and what steps to take right now to protect yourself, your money, and your peace of mind. Because planning a wedding should be exciting, not stressful, and definitely not scary. Thanks for joining us. Hi, I'm Sal from After Hours Events in New England. We'll answer these questions and explain how not to let wedding scammers ruin your day, essential tactics to know. In today's edition, it's the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast.
Welcome to another edition of our podcast. Hi there, I'm Sam from Atmosphere Productions. Listen now and discover wedding insider secrets for a stress-free, fun, and memorable day. Our podcast helps engaged couples navigate wedding planning complexities while addressing family expectations. We'll guide you through the journey of creating the perfect wedding day without unnecessary stress. By the end of this edition, you'll get concise tips on budgeting, wedding party management, ceremony reception planning, and more. Perfect for anyone planning a wedding, all in 30 minutes or less. Trust me, you don't want to miss this edition.
Welcome to Stress-Free Wedding Planning, the podcast that will transform your wedding planning journey from chaotic to enchanting. Sal and Sam bring over 80 years of combined wedding expertise and exclusive insider information to the table. If you're recently engaged, feeling the pressure of wedding planning, struggling with family expectations, but still dreaming of a joy-filled wedding, you've come to the right place. Get ready to unveil the best-kept wedding secrets, discover practical tips and strategies, and learn life-changing lessons for a stress-free wedding. Your unforgettable wedding day awaits. We're here to take you on a transformative journey of love, laughter, and memories. So don't miss out on the podcast that just might change your life. This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam.
On today's podcast, we'll explain how not to let wedding scammers ruin your day. Essential tactics to know. Hi, I'm Sal from After Hours Events in New England. We're experts in creating stress-free, unforgettable weddings, bringing energy, professionalism, and a personal touch to every celebration. Let's make your big day extraordinary. Visit us at afterhoursevents.com. Learn more about our experience and journey to help you with stress-free wedding planning in the trailer or pilot of this podcast.
And today, a topic that every couple needs to hear: how to safeguard your wedding from scams. Because believe it or not, they're out there. They're sneaky and they're after your money. Whether you're booking a DJ, a venue, or even a photo booth, wedding scams are real, and they're targeting couples who are just trying to plan a dream day. So we're going to share some red flags, some real stories, and our best advice to protect your investment and your sanity. I'm Sam from the award-winning Atmosphere Productions, wedding entertainment with expert knowledge and the difference in quality, specializing in live ceremony musicians and cocktail hour string musicians, plus lighting, and an elegant and classy presentation. We have exactly what you need. Visit us at atmosphere-productions.com. That's atmosphere-productions.com.
In today's edition, we'll explain how not to let wedding scammers ruin your day. Essential tactics to know. All right, let's start with the biggest red flag of them all. The number one thing is too good to be true pricing. If someone offers, for instance, a full day of videography package for $300 and they say they're award-winning everything, and I want an award for this, I want an award for that, that is a major red flag. You've got to ask yourself, are they just starting out or is something off? We're not saying new vendors can't be legit, but if there is no portfolio, no website, and no verifiable reviews, walk away. Major red flag.
Another red flag number 2, is no contract. If they say, just send us your money and your day is booked, you have to be careful. A contract is not a guarantee, but it will get you closer to a professional who's going to take care of you and not a scammer. If you see somebody that says they don't do contracts, it's a red flag. Go ahead at your peril.
Bad or fake reviews. If every review is 5 stars and sounds like a robot wrote it, or if there's only one review from 6 years ago, that is extremely suspicious. Keep in mind when you're reading these things, doesn't it also sound like a friend of theirs wrote this thing? That happens so often where DJs will actually open up multiple accounts to send, or even photographers or whomever will have multiple accounts so they could actually review themselves multiple times. So if you see wording that just seems way too similar on how they stated something, or if it just looks like it's AI generated, these are things you want to watch out for because chances are these are not real and you're not going to be able to verify them. So now you may see some bad reviews and you kind of have to use your own judgment because I know when I see reviews and sometimes I see a bad one and after I've seen a bunch of others written, I don't always give it a lot of merit because it just seems like it was just someone who is bitter. But you should pay attention to these things because this could be a big red flag that there might be something wrong with this particular vendor. And if you're seeing multiple bad reviews and many times talking about the same thing, get out of there. Find another vendor. Go with someone you can trust.
Great advice there, Sal. Just as a reminder, join us on our YouTube channel. Just search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam. Like, subscribe, and get it first. Now, there are some scams that have been going on literally since I've been a DJ. One of them is the word professional. And you'll see this put before DJs, photographers. You'll see it put before wedding planners. Well, the word professional doesn't really mean anything if they don't show up. One bride hired, quote unquote, a professional wedding planner who took her deposit and then ghosted her for 2 months before the wedding, never to show up on the day, no refund, no help, just vanished. Please, please, please watch out for people using the word professional. Although the word professional is not a bad thing, a lot of DJs and photographers use the word professional. Just go carefully when you see that, especially if they have the red flags that we mentioned earlier.
So I wish it stopped there, but one scam that we heard about is how someone booked a DJ that they found through a Facebook ad, and then there was no contract. They Venmo'd them a deposit, and when it came to the day, crickets. No DJ, no show, no refund. Heartbreaking. I'm going to tell you about a scam that I was in and shouldn't have been because it wasn't me. There was actually a company, quote unquote, professional company out there that were taking pictures of different DJs off the internet, giving them new names and passing them off as these great DJs. So they were using a lot of my information, but they changed the name. So they were trying to give some good reputation towards themselves. And it turns out what this company was doing was they were taking deposits and they were not showing up to the event, or they would get a DJ to go there and not pay the DJ afterwards. So that scam works both ways sometimes. It's not just a couple that's losing out. It's the person who's performing that could be losing out. So you need to do a little research. I was fortunate. Someone on my Facebook page had seen this, told me about it. I researched it, and then I let the person know that we're going to have your website taken down, and it was down in 5 minutes. They took it out right away. But this is a scam you got to watch out for. It turns out this guy has done it with multiple names, with multiple companies. So yeah, everyone, these aren't just stories. These are real people, and the damage isn't just financial. It's emotional. You've dreamed about this day forever, and one bad apple can really ruin it.
That really is so true. We've just explained about red flags and some actual scams to watch out for. In this edition, we're letting you know wedding scammers that can ruin your wedding day and the essential tactics that you need to take to stop them. Coming up, how to protect yourself.
But first, if you have a question or concern, go now to Facebook and join us on the stress-free wedding planning community, and now in the Connecticut wedding advice community. You can also join us on our YouTube channel. Just search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam. Like, subscribe, and get it first.
This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam, a podcast for engaged couples concerned about wedding planning and family expectations, but who want a stress-free, fun, and unforgettable wedding.
Now it's Wedding Tip Wednesday time, but first, some advice. If at first you don't succeed, try doing it the way your wife told you.
Life would go much more smoother if you did. On today's Wedding Tip Wednesday, hey, wedding party, get out there on the dance floor when it's dancing time. The newlyweds will thank you because there's nothing worse than having a party and no one's dancing.
It's so important that the wedding party get out and dance. It really does encourage the other guests to get out there and dance and have fun. So wedding party, dance, dance, dance. Get out there. Don't be bashful. And that's another wedding tip from Sal and Sam.
Wedding Tip Wednesday is available on the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Facebook group page every Wednesday. Join the group for free.
Experience the magic of your special day with Fitzner Productions, a premier wedding videography company based in Middletown, Connecticut. FitznerProductions.com. Our mission is to capture your love story candidly and authentically, creating stunning, high-quality videos that you can cherish for years to come. Our founder, Carson Fitzner, combines technical expertise with a passion of storytelling, ensuring every moment from the excitement of getting ready to the heartfelt ceremony is beautifully documented. We offer a range of customizable packages, including drone footage and multi-location shoots, tailored to fit your unique vision. Let us help you relive the romance, laughter, and tears of your wedding day. Visit FitznerProductions.com. That's FITZNER Productions.com.
This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam.
Welcome back to our discussion about how not to let wedding scammers ruin your wedding day. Essential tactics you need to know. I'm Sam from Atmosphere Productions.
I'm Sal from After Hours Events in New England. We've already discussed about red flags and different scams. Now let's discuss how to protect yourself. So here's how you can safeguard your wedding. First, step one, do your research. Sam, we've talked about this so many times in different segments. You have to do your research. It is very important to find that you have a vendor that has consistent online presence, has a website, social media, and real testimonials. Step two, use contracts and deposits wisely. Always get a detailed contract and never pay 100% upfront. Most vendors ask between 25 to 50% as a deposit, and they ask for everything right away. That is a red flag.
Step 3, pay with protection. Use your credit card. Use platforms like PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. All those have protections for their customers. I will give you another protection that you should pay for is wedding insurance. I think that is crucial and it's real cheap. Also, number 4 is trust your gut. If you feel those little tinglings inside when they're talking about all this free stuff that you're going to get and how you're going to get everything for half price or less than anybody else, don't ignore that feeling in your gut. It's better to ask too many questions than to get burned.
Remember all those times you ordered from Temu and you didn't exactly get what you want? That's the same feeling you should get when you're feeling that way. Now let's talk about tools and resources. There are some great tools out there to help you out. Sites like The Knot, Wedding Wire, and a very good resource is Google Reviews. These are reviews that help a website get pushed up and get seen more. So they need to be having a lot of positivity for it to work out for that company. And that usually tells you that company is really good at what they do because they're able to bring in these reviews. Now, this is also going to give you some great vendor feedback from different people on how they felt about services and specific points of their service. You can also check with one other big thing, and every state has it, is the Better Business Bureau to see if there's any complaints about that particular company. But keep in mind now, if you're looking at a company and they're not in your state, you're probably not going to just have to call the one in your state, but you have to call the Better Business Bureau from the state they are from, because sometimes it doesn't translate to the state that you live in.
And of course, don't forget to ask your vendors for references. I can't tell you how important that is. We as vendors know each other. We have little communities within our own little community, and we recommend each other. Why? Because I know that Sal is going to show up to your event, and Sal knows that I'm going to show up to my event. It's the same with photographers, videographers, cake people, dress people. We know them. Don't be afraid to ask another vendor for a vendor referral. It really is very important. Pros stick together. If you're overwhelmed and don't know where to start, hire a wedding planner. That will get you in the door, and they will be able to use their trusted vendors that they use, and then from there, you can make your choices. They usually have all the best preferred vendors, so a good wedding planner is a great place to start if you don't want to do it by yourself.
So there you have it. We just explained how not to let wedding scammers ruin your day. Essential tactics to know. The bottom line, scammers are clever, but you can outsmart them with a little extra effort. Protect your peace of mind, your wallet, and of course, your big day.
Now, as you spend the next week planning your wedding, if you want me, Sal, or our community of stress-free engaged couples and wedding experts to answer any wedding-related questions, then join us in the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Facebook group.
Once you're in, go ahead and share your concerns and worries, and we'll let you know if you're on the right track or if there are some things you need to work on. The link to join us is in the show notes of this edition, or go to Facebook and search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Community.
Remember to do something nice for someone today. And if you can't, then do something nice for yourself. If you've enjoyed what you've just heard, leave a review and share it with a friend or someone who would benefit from this information. Until next time, it's TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Thank you for listening to this edition. A new edition is released every Wednesday. Subscribe and get it first. We'll catch you then. Ciao.
The Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast is produced and copyrighted by Atmosphere Productions in association with After Hours Events of New England.